Charles, first of all, why did you release, wait, let me say first for people, because we're not going to show you the videos so that we can actually talk to Charles, but I want to tell you that we have linked the videos in our Twitter feed on Charles's site. So we've linked everything on Charles's site so y'all can go there right after the show and watch them. But Charles, what exactly was the most shocking thing you learned about the videos?
Well, in one case, you have a Planned Parenthood executive talking about how a baby's eyeball popped out. In another video, you have them saying that they're essentially powerless to stop Planned Parenthood from, the affiliates nationwide from harvesting the body parts, which contradicts their previous statements. And there are 5 hours of footage. These 5 hours of footage have now been seen by Texas Attorney General's office as well as the Arizona Attorney General's office. And so what I did was I released the material after a congressional staffer contacted me and sent it to me. And I'm very happy with the results. It's been picked up everywhere, and people can go and watch them. And they're 5 hours worth of coverage. And if you find some really interesting material, let me know, and we'll run a post on it at .news. But there's a lot of material, and there's a lot of interesting stuff to discuss now that all the videos have been made public.
And so the way you got the videos was a congressional staffer whose name you're obviously going to withhold sent them to you. Were you expecting to get them? Did you ask for them? Or was this just pretty much a gift because somebody knew that, hey, if you want something to get out there, you pretty much give it to Charles? And
yeah, I mean, more or less somebody figured out that I was somebody to give it to. I knew that David Daleiden turned over the videos about 10 days or so ago. And I knew that congressional staffers had them. And I said to a mutual friend, I said, it would be interesting if these videos were made public. And I sort of sat back and waited. And somebody who claimed to be a patriot, a user called Patriot Geis, who sent it from an IP address connected to Capitol Hill, sent it to me. And it's quite interesting. I posted the first video, and then I got hit with somebody showed up at my door with a gun, who turned out to have been a process server for the National Abortion Federation. And,
wait, what? Someone showed up at your door with a gun?
Yeah. So yesterday I was coming back from yesterday I was coming back from San Francisco, and somebody showed up at my home who had a gun, and so I called the police. It turns out to have been a process server, and they were trying to argue that I'd gotten the videotapes from David Daleiden. And those of us who know David, know that technology is not exactly his forte. So the notion of him transferring this video to me, it's kind of preposterous. But my attorneys told me it was unconstitutional what they're trying to pull me into. It's a bit like people trying to prior restraint the Pentagon Papers or something to that effect. The blogger Eugene Volokh, who's a law prof, has argued the same thing. And so I went ahead and published it, and it's gotten all the rage ever since. And my attitude is look, if congressional staffers have access to this information, the American public should as well. And I encourage people to watch the videos for themselves. The previous argument that Planned Parenthood was making is that the videos were selectively edited. And I made the decision just, let's publish all the material and then go through it that way. And, it's 5 hours worth of footage. You can't really call it selectively edited, and yet Planned Parenthood is still trying to shut it down. And they called for a congressional investigation of me to turn over all documents and texts that I have with David Daleiden, which is pretty easy. There aren't any. There aren't any text messages or emails or anything. When David and I talk, it's about his pet lizards or about my dog or my wife. We've known each other since college, but again, I didn't get it from him, and frankly, it's kind of exciting to see the effect that that these videos are having, and that we're having on the discourse of Planned Parenthood now that Congress has called for a congressional investigation, and the Texas AG's office, had a raid on a Planned Parenthood clinics in Texas.
So, in terms of legal trouble, because this is something that obviously every other journalist / reporter in the world decided not to do, and you decided to do. So, I mean, that's awfully easy to single you out. For example, if 5 different people in your position had put it up on their website at the same time as you put it up on gotnews.com, then it would be easier plausible deniability. But you don't really have that. You're it. You're the one. You're the target. Yeah. You're the one they're going to come after. And there's some pretty scary people and some pretty scary lawyers involved with Planned Parenthood.
Yeah, but the First Amendment has been adjudicated on this question. There's no prior restraint of the press. And they can come after me for all they want. It'll be fun to contest it in court. It'll be fun to talk about it in deposition. I know the Planned Parenthood people are kind of running scared, and and I'm looking forward to litigating it in both the court of public opinion as well as the national courts, if may be. And it's not unusual for me to fight for free speech related issues, and this is another opportunity to do that. So I welcome the opportunity. I think it's very revealing that all the people who defended WikiLeaks or Edward Snowden for leaking material that harmed our national security are now not defending me for allowing American people to watch videos that are quite revealing.
Right on point there, Charles, as you often are. All right. I know that you're the only person that has been banned from Twitter that we know of, but you were recently suspended from Facebook as well. But that was because of something else you posted, correct? And we've only got a minute left.
Very, very briefly, I posted a State Department official who was using Ashley Madison, who's the head of refugee policy. And I posted it, and they deleted my Facebook account. And they restored my Facebook account, but I lost all 1,500 of my followers. So come over to gotnews.com, just all spelled out, DOTCOM at the end, and like my page, and you'll be sure to get more updates. And they did apologize to me, which is nice of them. But it's sort of annoying to have all of your followers taken from you.
Sort of is. All right. Thank you for being with us, Charles, and thank you for being so brave and posting those. You can find all of those videos and a lot more at his gotnews.com. That is his website. And up next, we're going to discuss